Building an aesthetic physique isn't as hard as you may think. You don't have to be the biggest guy in your gym to achieve it. Instead, it's about having the right proportions of muscle groups, ideally with a sub 15% body fat. By focusing on certain muscle groups and maintaining a certain diet, you can easily achieve your desired body. This video will outline the simple steps, including some tricks you need to implement to build your dream body. Before we get into it, here are the results of some studies that may motivate you to get started. Feel free to pause the video. Depending on your starting point, you either need to eat in a deficit or a surplus. My advice would be if you're skinny and need to build muscle, you need to eat in a surplus, so more calories than your maintenance. Annoyingly, that means that you will lose some definition, but in the long term it will be worth it as you will have more muscle mass. If you're overweight and need to lose fat, you need to eat in a deficit, so less calories than your maintenance. It's difficult to put on muscle whilst you're in a deficit, however the more fat you lose, the leaner you will look. I would recommend tracking your macros. There's loads of videos online about setting up your macros, or you can use an online calculator. I'll put one in the description. It may seem like a long and tedious process at first, but after you've done it for a week, it will come naturally. After a month or two on these macros, you can alter them depending on whether they're helping you put on muscle or lose fat. Maintaining the right diet can be the biggest hindrance to getting into shape. If you can't be bothered to deal with macros, the most important thing is to get between 1.4 and 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. The timing of protein doesn't matter as much as long as you're getting your total protein intake for the day. Supplements aren't essential, but they can help speed up the process. The two I would recommend, which have years of clinical backing, are caffeine and creatine. You don't need to cycle on and off creatine, but it is worth cycling your caffeine intake to reduce tolerance. Regardless of whether you're cutting or bulking, your training style should remain the same. The only difference is if you're cutting, you may want to add some cardio to speed up the process. There's no need to train 7 days a week, and doing so could result in symptoms of overtraining. To maximize your muscle growth, you need to be training at least 4 times a week. Here are a few examples of workout plans based on the number of days a week you can train. There's no need to complicate your workouts. In general, 4 to 5 exercises, starting off with compound lifts so you have the most energy, followed by isolation exercises to target specific muscles. Ideally, these lifts need to be tracked, recording the exact weight and number of reps. The reason for this is the most important thing about gaining muscle is progressive overload. I would recommend downloading an app like Strong, which allows you to plan your training and track your progress. The exercises you choose to do in each workout can vary, and there's plenty of videos out there detailing this. I would recommend checking out some of the science-based YouTubers like Jeff Nippard. This video is based around aesthetics, so when deciding which exercises to choose for your routine, I would put extra emphasis on your lateral delt, the bicep, tricep, lats and abs to build that aesthetic V-taper. Make sure you're hitting these muscles at least twice a week, and it's worth noting that depending on your current level of body fat, you may or may not be able to see your abs. No matter how much you train them, if your body fat is too high, you won't be able to see them. Overall, the best workout routine is something that you're going to stick to and be consistent with, so listen to your body and make the workouts exciting. Experts recommend getting between 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Just to highlight the importance of sleep, here are some facts for you. If you're having trouble sleeping, magnesium glycinate is a supplement which can reduce muscle tension and promote muscle relaxation, and may help with stress and anxiety, which can be a common cause of sleep problems. And that's it. I hope you've got some value out of this. Remember, consistency is key, so stick with it and you'll see results. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know in the comments what your favourite exercises are for building an aesthetic body.